If you could give someone, hey, look, if you're talking to a 20-year-old person who's starting their first company and they say, hey, Andrew, what is the one thing that I can do to really achieve entrepreneurial excellence? What would you tell them to go work on every single day to get stronger and better?
Themselves. I think one of the things that we fail to do often, and I did not do when I was younger, but I absolutely do with what we're doing, because we're a quality over quantity type of scenario. We're going to work to 30, maybe max 50 families. I'm over the world domination, hear me roar kind of deal. Values are important. If we aren't kind and empathetic and there's not some emotional quotient and we don't love and serve people, that's a non-starter for me. But the other piece is those things are possible to catch and to evolve and grow, provided you have somebody who's humble enough and willing to be a lifetime learner. If there's not that lifetime learner gene there, man,
Yeah, you're going to fail. You see those employees too. You can have great employees, but if they don't keep learning and keep improving, they're also going to fail and will not be at your company for a long time. You mentioned you're over now being sort of that world dominating, hear me roar sort of person. I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs have that mindset and at some point leave it behind. How did you get to that point? What did you have to do to sort of maybe accept that you might not be world dominating and that is okay?
COVID did it to me, man. I have a mentor that said, God got fed up with all the BS and he sent us to our room, and some decided to think and some decided to drink. Going into that, I had an elder gentleman who runs an architecture company, and I was an executive Bible study, and I was youngest guy in there by probably 10, 12 years. But it's one of those deals that I think sometimes we're talking and we're so busy performing to distract ourselves from our insecurity. I noticed it, but then there was one time where, some of the smartest folks in Metro Atlanta are in here, who's who, and you'd never know because they're good, humble guys. But this guy, when he decided to say something, Adam, the whole room just stopped moving and everybody was soaking up. I asked this individual, I said, hey, can we go to breakfast? And he said, Andrew, I don't do that.
Oh, wow.
But I'll pray on it and I'll let you know. 2 months later, he circles back and he said, so I feel like we should go to breakfast. I can do it in this time frame. And I'm kind of like, yeah, sure, bud. Whenever you say, right? So I said, this guy's name's Jim. I said, Jim, he goes, what would you like to talk about? I go, Jim, when you're in that room, everybody listens. Not like most, everybody is on the edge of their seats, taking it in. That's an incredible, incredible responsibility if you've never realized that. But I want that type of impact, that type of influence to be able to use for good. So what's your secret? And he said, Andrew, he goes, all I can tell you is what I know. And I'm like, great. I'm here for it. And he said, I read the Bible every day. And I said, okay, cool. That's good. I can do that. What else? And he goes, I read the Bible every day. And then we went through 45 minutes of conversation, and he said, okay, well, we're about out of time. I want to make sure that you feel like you've gotten all your questions answered. And I said, so Jim, I heard you. I really did. You read the Bible every day. And I go, what else? And he literally stopped like I was in that room and looked down into my heart and said, Andrew, I read the Bible every single day. And all I can tell you is that COVID, I got through it the first time. I've been through it 4.5 times. Like everything else, some seasons I'm better than others. But what I have found is, in a world with never-ending chaos and pull and demands, the mornings that I invest, even if it's no more than 15 to 20 minutes, to just sit, be still, read something, whether it's a single scripture at the bottom of the journal, just be grateful for what's going on in my life, and anywhere I'm struggling, just say, not, God, why are you doing this? But God, help me understand, what do you want me to see? And I did that this morning. God, what do you want me to do with this company to serve people? What am I missing? What's the bigger thing? And so for me, that's it.